All right, hi everyone. My name is Colin Bram. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Showbie, and we're working with schools that are adopting digital devices to make paperless classrooms a reality. We started the company back in 2013 through the Imagine K-12 Accelerator in the Bay Area, which has recently merged in with Y Combinator. And one of the things that I noticed early on when I was visiting all these schools that were adopting different devices was there was one critical challenge. They wanted digital transformation. They wanted students to be creators and producers of content and really master their own learning journey. But there's one thing. Teachers had to be an important part of that journey. And so we found that early on, empowering teachers with really basic tools to enable this type of setting was really important. Teachers are the heart of the classroom. So the easiest thing for us was to build some simple applications for them to work in that kind of classroom. And at the time, and still today, it's very difficult to cobble together a workflow of different apps and technology in order to master your classroom. And so we've gone about building Showbie to be that concise tool set for teachers in a one-to-one classroom setting. Today we have over 3 million students, parents, and teachers on our product. It's built for both Chromebooks as well as for iOS classrooms. And in total, we have over 250 million activities that have been performed paperlessly through the Showbie platform. Let me show you how it works. To begin with, content is loaded in for each school on our platform aligned to the type of curriculum that they're teaching. This is more of a seeding of the system, and where schools often get started with their transformation is simple substitution, doing what they used to do on paper, now in a digital format. Next, teachers are able to assign tasks to students. These can be timed activities. These could be open-ended projects. They could have various revisions involved with them. Next, students have a digital interface that's similar to something like Echo Sign or Hello Sign that allows them to completely annotate their work on the page. It's all kept as a history as well, so you can see when students made changes to documents. Teachers are able to jump into the page and give rich feedback to students. This could be things like a summative mark or a grade. As well, we have embedded features like voice note annotations that really take formative feedback to the next level, so students are able to get that rich, personalized connection that these types of schools are trying to achieve. We also showcase work in a portfolio. It's kind of like a Pinterest pin board where you just flag an item as a teacher or a student that you'd like to put into your portfolio, and then parents are able to see it on the go through their mobile device or through their browser. Today we're in 136 countries, so basically anywhere that there's internet through our freemium approach. And we've got paying school and district customers. In total, 800 paying accounts today, which spans thousands of paying schools. Over 30,000 teachers are licensed under a paid SaaS subscription now. And I think the real thing is that for these kind of schools where they are trying to achieve a cohesive curriculum content solution within their organization, what we've done is we've produced an end-to-end platform that lets them deliver on that vision. And it's something that's incredibly simple to use. That's the key thing in order for teachers to adopt technology at this kind of scale. We recently did a survey with our users, and these are some of the highlights. 91% of our teachers said my students are more engaged in the classroom. 97% said Showbie has helped me provide personalized feedback to students, which we think is a really important benefit of a system like this, is being open up those communication channels, approach maybe some of this time savings with more bandwidth to work with individual students. And it's easy to use. It's a simple app that feels a lot like Twitter in the classroom. Our business model is freemium, and we have a very generous free edition for individual teachers, which has a lot of their one-to-one classroom functionality built into it. And there's various paywalls within the free edition once the teachers want to get to the next level. Things like the voice notes in the page, for example, are more of a transformative feedback function. And so that's one of the features that is trialed with free teachers, but is part of our pro package. And recently, over the last year or so, we've really started to move up market. And so what this has meant is moving our business model from having individual teachers pay for a subscription to having schools and districts pay. This has been huge for our revenue growth. So we've gone from kind of less than $1 million in ARR to today we're over at over $2.5 million in annual recurring revenue by making this upmarket shift. And some of the effects of it are a lower churn rate. We're just going through that renewal season right now with some of our school and district customers, and it's pretty amazing where our churn rate amongst individual teachers in the last couple years was 30 or 40%. So they'd buy the subscription for a year and then they wouldn't renew, and we were kind of left wondering what we did wrong. But as we've moved to sell to schools and districts and add product features to really make this a organizational learning platform, we're not having any customers churn, maybe 1 or 2 schools, but it's really it's a very small churn rate, and the existing customer base is making up for that revenue with significant net negative churn. So really, we're trying to build an enterprise SaaS business out of Showbie now. We do have the effect, though, of having it's hard to get school and district customers, of course, so it takes a little bit longer. They're bigger organizations, and I think one of the things that works really nicely with our model is by having teachers kind of come in the top of our funnel. We have a good idea of the schools and the districts that they belong to. It means that our inside sales team, and we entirely have an inside sales team that is working to address those schools that are already seeing value with the product. So we're not having meaningless conversations, cold calling any sort of schools. It's very much based on talking to those that are actually seeing the value. There's also now some districts that are benefiting from Showbie. So we didn't have this a year ago, and we've been able to take the teacher level usage of Showbie and form some contracts and subscriptions with schools. And now where we see a handful of schools engaged with Showbie, we've now brought that up to the district level. So in total, we have over 80 districts that are now under paid subscription, and here's a handful of them here in the US. So we kind of exist in an interesting market, I think. We are fundamentally a workflow solution, and I think of that a lot in terms of the learning management system landscape. And so what's fundamentally different about us versus some of the bigger players, the enterprise learning management systems at the top of the tier that have a full breadth of functionality, and at the bottom we have a number of point apps. So I'll just mention that our team is in both Edmonton as well as Denver. We just hired a VP sales who's a former head of sales in the US for Turnitin.com. Our mission is to empower learning communities with tools for digital transformation. Thank you.